any other unbelievers to perpetual slavery. This felicitated the Portuguese slave trade from West Africa. The same Pope wrote the Bull of Romanus Pontifex on the 5th, January 5th, 1455, to the same Alfonso as a following up to the Dum Diverses. It extended to the Catholic nations of Europe dominion over discovered lands during the age of discovery. So you telling me that they didn't know nothing about this lands, but they wrote a papal bull almost 40 something years before? Come on, y'all. Along with the sanctifying and seizure of non-Christian lands, it encouraged the enslavement of native and non-Christian peoples in Africa and the New World. So how they didn't know nothing about the New World if my man was looking for a new trade route, but 40 years ago they just happened to, let me just write something just in case they find some Hebrews and we can enslave them and take their land. Yeah, right. Okay. We weighing all and singular the premises with due meditation, and nothing that since we have had formerly by other letters of our granted among other things free and ample facility to the aforesaid King Alfonso to invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans whatsoever and other enemies of Christ wheresoever placed in the kingdoms. So, question: if there was a Christ here, so people say, I heard people say that, right? How did they know about him if they were never here? When they came here and stole all our stuff in the 14 and 1500s. And this is in 1452, so how did they know? Because they created that mess. Okay. Got that part. So what about what sort of Christ placed in dominion? Okay, so it says, whosoever placed in the kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, dominions, possessions, and all movable and immovable goods, whatsoever held and possessed by them, and to reduce their persons to perpetual slavery. This goes right with what I told y'all the other day, 4 days ago. And to apply and appropriate to himself and his successors the kingdoms, dukedoms, countries, principalities, dominions, possessions, and goods, and to convert them to his and their use and profit by having secured and said facility the said King Alfonso, or by his authority, the aforesaid infinite justly and lawfully had acquired the possessions, and both and doth possess their islands, lands, harbors, and seas, and they do of right belong to pertain to said King Alfonso and his successors. So, there's no islands in Africa. So how did they know about islands? They knew where they were coming at, y'all. So, like, come on. And when these jerks get on here and try to say something else, this is y'all stuff. I didn't write this. In 1493, Alexander VI issued the bull Inter Crateria, stating one Christian nation did not have the right to establish dominion over lands previously dominated by another Christian nation, thus establishing a law of nations together. The Dum Diverses of Romanus Pontifex and the Inter Crateria came to serve as the basis and justification for the doctrine of discovery, the global slave trade of the 15th and 16th century, the age of imperialism. Okay, so is that not enough for you right there? So now you know where the Pope got all his riches from. This is where he got them from. Here. That's why he said islands. That's just why he said islands, y'all. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna do another video in probably like an hour because I want y'all to hear something that I found. And actually, when I was reading the Revelation thing. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed this. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. If you got anything to add to it, add it. But listen, if you're gonna leave a comment, please don't leave me all that you going to hell, you gonna burn. I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that. That's between me and the Most High. But you're not gonna tell me that He gave me all this knowledge because He want me to help burn up people because they won't believe in a idol. Really? Come on, man. Come on. The Vatican is called a city. That's the city that's gonna burn. They are the rich. That's the richest, and they give the orders. That's what the papal bull was. The papal bull, they gave orders to the what they call pilgrims or whatever, Christopher Columbus. They still doing the same thing. That's why every time a president get elected, who shows up? The Pope. Come on, man. You got to get justified by dude. So y'all see what it is. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. If you come up with something else, let me know. And I also want to let y'all know I was not, and this for Judah too, I was not going at nobody when I said churches. I mean temple, not churches. I'm just making sure that we distinguish our words, because in the Witchcom, the book of Nephi, it literally says every church, every single church was an abomination. And if you notice, when they came to this land, they said it was temples. The Most High had temples set up all over the place, because that's why He picked and choose where He would have the goodness gracious, okay, the Passover, right? He picked and choose where He wanted to have it, so that means He had temples everywhere, not churches. That's all. I'm not going at nobody. I'm not trying to. My thing is, I'm helping my brother out. That's what I'm doing. Because you see how I get caught up with words, so that's what we're supposed to do, help each other out. So I don't want nobody getting on here talking about, oh, you was trying to know. I don't do that. I don't do that. All right? That's me helping my brother out. All right, y'all. Shalom.